Season 1 of The Bad Batch did a great job at painting the picture of the rise of the Empire. But it also left us with a lot of mysteries, one of which is what happened to the clone cadets. In this scene in Season 1, this cadet asks Nalase if he and his brothers are going to become soldiers. Nalase says,
"Of course."
but Nalase is not very trustworthy, as we know from Season 6 of the Clone Wars. Regardless, after seeing that scene, I was looking forward to Season 2, where we might get closure on what happens to these cadets. But we didn't. However, we did get a lot of information on what happened to the clone troopers overall as the Empire rose. Season 2 had much more focus on the clone troopers themselves, and how clones were being decommissioned from the Empire. We know the Empire wants to move away from clone troopers, which means that these cadets are not really meaningful to them. And we know what the Empire does when they think something's not meaningful. That means the future of these cadets is one of grave danger. The Empire is always looking to benefit itself, so that means if they continue to feed and shelter these clones, they're gonna want something back. And that is what scares me. If they're not gonna become soldiers, what are they gonna become? The other option is that the Empire stops funding these clones altogether and just leaves them. Now, while both of these are pretty dark, it will be cool to see Rex's rebellion in Season 3 save some of these cadets and bring them to Pabu where they can have a future. While Hunter talks about how Omega is just a kid and that she needs a normal life, I can't help but think about all these other cadets that are also going to have traumatic experiences because of the Empire. So it would also be pretty wholesome to see the Bad Batch save some of these cadets as well and help them get the future that they deserve. The last option, which I don't think is very likely, is that the Empire will fully train these cadets and they will serve in the army as stormtroopers until they're decommissioned only a couple of years later. But what do you think happened to the clone cadets? And do you think we could see them in Season 3? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure you check out the video on the screen now.